The Jesse Owens Effect. Aryan Supremacy Myth Quelled Forever by Brett Gitterman. The 1936 Olympics were set to be held in Nazi Germany, a bigoted and hateful place surrounded with large red flags and uniformed men with swastika emblems on their shoulders. The Nazis aimed to eliminate blacks, Jews, gays, and any other minority, as they unreasonably hated these groups who were not a part of the Aryan race. They felt the Aryan race was superior to all races, which was a myth that needed to be exposed and dispelled forever. Enter Jesse Owens, a fearless, courageous, and talented African-American runner who, based on his appearance, would seemingly not participate in the Olympics. Americans of all races advocated for Owens not to participate due to the hateful context of the Nazis, but he participated anyway because he strived to compete with the best in the world. Not only did he participate, but he won 4 gold medals, shocked the world, and gave people hope. Owens took a stand as he defied his own personal challenges in order to live out the American dream, completely awakened and frustrated the Nazi Party by causing Hitler to flume and the media to question their promotion of Aryan supremacy, and helped America and the rest of the world understand that the Aryan supremacy myth was ousted forever when he shook and inspired the U.S. media and others. James Cleveland Owens was born in 1913 in rural Alabama. He and his family lived in a small and unheated house, which lacked basic necessities. The family dreamed of a better opportunity in Cleveland where blacks were finding success. In Cleveland, economic prosperity did not come, but Owens changed his name to Jesse, and more importantly, found his passion for sprinting. In middle school, he unbelievably ran the 100-meter dash in 10 seconds flat, and his coach knew that he had stupendous potential. However, life did not come easy for Jesse. In his grade school years, he worked part-time jobs to support his family, while also balancing his training and academics, which would discourage most children at that age. He accumulated numerous offers from top NCAA schools, and eventually accepted an offer from The Ohio State University that came with a job to cover his finances. He worked very hard on and off the track, just to keep his spot on the team and in the school. He also had to give most of his money to his ailing father and to the rest of his family. His many college track achievements in 1935 put him in position to be a part of the U.S. Olympic team. He was ready for the Olympics as one of the 19 African Americans on the U.S. track team, which was a record. The German Nazis did not typically prefer to be involved in foreign affairs and organizations, but they instantly embraced the opportunity to host the 1936 Olympics. They did so because it was a prime opportunity to demonstrate their supposed Aryan supremacy and excellency. As expected, there was outrage from countries worldwide, especially from the United States. People of all races from the U.S. were very concerned, as organizations such as the Amateur Athletic Union and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People strongly advocated against any American participation. Walter White, the executive secretary for the NCAAP, wrote a letter to Jesse Owens advocating for him not to participate. He represented almost all African Americans' views when he stressed in his letter that a successful stand was necessary, as a failed one would only result in future dictatorship and power. He also stressed his understanding of Owens' journey and sacrifices, where he wrote, "Those of our own race, which has suffered more than any other form of American race hatred, would, I firmly believe, do irreparable harm." This potential irreparable harm from the Nazis made it such a dangerous risk for Owens, a black man, to partake in the Olympic Games. Americans and many around the world reasonably could not look past the Nazi ideals. At the 1936 Olympics, Owens exceeded his high expectations as he won 4 gold medals. He won the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, long jump, and the 400-meter relay. Before his races, Owens was prepared by his coaches to receive an icy reception from the crowd, but it was the complete opposite. Before his 100-meter race, the crowd cheered his name, showing they recognized him as the athlete and not as the African American. They cheered, "Jesse Owens," after he won the long jump, and he saluted the crowd, an ultimate sign of respect. After his victory in the 100-meter race, Owens soaked it up, a black man in the sea of Aryans, a representative of a supposedly inferior race, had won the game's most prestigious competition. Later, Owens recalled that the ovations at Berlin were the loudest in his life. Firstly, Jesse Owens showed the impossible and likely the American dream was achievable, a long-term impact. He grew up in poverty as an African American who struggled daily with his extracurricular jobs, while also having to support his ailing father and the rest of his family. But he persisted and persevered. He showed all, wealthy or not, could discover their talents and be successful. but only with hard work and determination. His goal of being an African-American Olympic star was seemingly going to be prevented by the Nazis, but he persisted through his racial barriers, ignored what he had heard about them, and accomplished achievements beyond his wildest expectations with courage, respect, and hard work. In fact, he embraced the Germans and admired their hospitality, as he said the Olympic Village suits me, and that Hitler's snub was completely false. He also became lifelong friends with Lutz Long, his white German competitor. Additionally, he took a stand against all people who advised him not to participate. Not only did he participate, but he thrived and proved that a successful stand can have a successful impact, as many Americans had stressed before. No matter it be his pre-race circumstances, the bigoted Nazis, or his critics, Owens did not let his dreams perish. Today, he is commended for being a modern example of someone who lived out the American dream. Secondly, in the short term, Owens completely undermined and frustrated the Nazi Party, particularly Hitler. Hitler condemned the crowd cheering for Owens, canceled one of Owens' records, and snubbed many African-American athletes from congratulating him. After 3 other African-American high jumpers won gold medals, they were not personally congratulated by Hitler, while the German and Finnish athletes were. A Nazi spokesperson was forced to make a weak makeshift excuse that said Hitler had to leave the stadium before traffic and thus could not congratulate the American athletes. These events demonstrate how Hitler was mesmerized by Owens and other African Americans' victories. The Nazi media also seemed to be triggered by the Germans' defeat. Leni Riefenstahl, the producer of the film Olympia, a film meant to promote Aryan supremacy, would instead promote American supremacy. This caused a conflict between her and many other high-ranking members of the Nazi Party. The National Nazi newspaper did mention Owens' victories, but did not seem as passionate as the crowd at the games, or the American media. Both these examples are similar to Hitler in the manner that they exhibit how flustered and disturbed the media was. Thirdly, Jesse gave the world hope and optimism after he exposed the myth of Aryan supremacy forever. Simply, when the crowd cheered for him, the world knew Aryan supremacy was fictitious. More specifically, various media reactions from the U.S. displayed a sense of optimism. The Baltimore News Post believed that Owens, quote, ended all real doubt about supremacy, and praised him as they called him unbeatable. An American journalist, Grantland Rice, wrote satirically in a column that, quote, the American Olympic Committee is still looking for a white man who can even look something like an Olympic athlete. Additionally, Larry Snyder, Owens' coach, was blatantly surprised as well. He said, I had read all about the Germanic worship of the Aryan supremacy idea, but they crossed me up. Americans were not only excited because of their victories, but because they annihilated the expected winners and demystified a delusional fallacy. Worldwide, people now understood the utter falsehood of the Nazis. In conclusion, Jesse Owens took a stand as he lived out the American dream after he conquered his own challenges, debunked the myth of Aryan supremacy as he caused Hitler and the Nazi Party to dissipate, and created a sense of optimism and hope worldwide. Besides the fact that he had become an Olympic legend, his stand teaches numerous lessons. Jesse's life conveys the message that anyone can rise up from any circumstance and have success, but only with hard work. Society today should understand that success can only occur if one defies challenges. Nothing in life comes easy, and nobody should ever give up. Owens' journey also teaches that no setting is too large, even the bigoted 1936 Olympics, to make a significant impact on many people. He showed that any myth can be dispelled anywhere with courage, hard work, and determination. Lastly, and most importantly, Owens' stand demonstrates that there's only one race of people, the human race. All of these impacts on society today make him a prominent legend, icon, and role model to all Americans and many people around the world.